Here's how these two teams got to the state championship game. Pierce knocked off North Bend Central, and then Bishop Neumann, the top-ranked team in the state, in the semifinals. Boone Central beat Valentine, then knocked off Fillmore Central 21-7. That's how they got to Lincoln.
Bill, that victory by Pierce over Bishop Neumann was a tremendous victory. Tim Turman, the head coach at Wahoo Bishop Neumann, that is, always a great coach, a great football team, top-rated in the state in C1, and Pierce got the job done against them.
You see, both of these teams are located in the northeastern part of the state of Nebraska. Down here in Lincoln, it's an absolutely gorgeous day. 68 degrees at kickoff. The skies are partly cloudy. Humidity not a factor. The wind you see blowing the flags around here at Memorial Stadium, south to north, that could be a factor in the kicking game. Not so much in the passing game because neither one of these teams will put it in the air all that much. It's Pierce to receive the football. Back deep is Chad Price, number 22, and John Pospisil, number 18. Pospisil, the leading rusher for the Pierce Blue Jays this season. The kick is kind of a short one. It'll bounce at the 13-yard line. It's Pospisil who has to run it down. He's got to collect it. It's a free ball. He finally does, and he is hit once, gets away, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Nice job by the coverage team of Boone Central.
Good coverage by the kick team, Bill, and also a little bit slow on the take-up by Pospisil.
Take a look at the offense for the Pierce Blue Jays. Travis Test is the quarterback. Damian Hoffman, the fullback. Pospisil, the tailback. Jared May is the wingback. Wolfslager, the tight end for Harry, and Chris Martinson, the split end. Along the offensive line, Travis Retzlaff, Brandon Brown, the right guard. Josh Kepke is a good center. Devin Watts and Jason Wachter is the left tackle. We'll take a look at the Boone Central defense in just a moment. The big guys along that offensive line, Travis Retzlaff, 6'2", 285 pounds. He wears 73. Jared May, the man in motion to the far side. Then Test will turn and give it to Pospisil. A huge hole over the right side. He stumbles across the 20 to the 22-yard line, and a good opening carry for the Pierce offense. Defensively for the Cardinals, Hamilton, Hensey, Reinhardt, Straddle, and Stevenson are the front five. The backs and linebackers, Cole Henn, Scott Koonsman, Roger Tistammer, A.J. Flanagan, Josh Inman, and Whit Palmer. We'll talk about Palmer a lot today. Not only is he a great linebacker, he's also an excellent fullback. And you saw A.J. Flanagan, the tight end. He's actually a strong safety, but he's the leading tackler for the Boone Central defensive unit. Second down and a long one, and it gives straight up the middle. And that is Damian Hoffman, the fullback, and he picks up the first down.
Just trying to get a feel for the football game right now, early on in the ball game. The Pierce Blue Jays, there you see Mark Bramer, their head coach. They ran a couple of power plays. That ISO play, the first play, now this little fullback trap up the middle. And again, just looking for, they look for the first down. They got the first down as they break, and they come out for down one here in the second series.
First and 10, the ball at the 28-yard line of the Blue Jays. Double tight set. May is the man in motion this time to the near side. Test again turns and gives it to the tailback. This is Pospisil. Has room to run up the middle, brings it to the near side, and he's finally brought down at the 40-yard line. And I would say that Mark Bramer's game plan is to establish the line of scrimmage. 3 plays into this one, I think they've done it.
Well, Bill, they're trying to exactly to do that, and a good block that time out there. Number 85, Brent Wolfslager. Excellent block up inside, came down from that end spot. But yeah, they're trying to establish that. They want to make sure that they have this power game going. They don't want to see that inside the 20-yard or the red zone action anymore this year, Bill.
Wing set here, double wing set. Martinson is split wide to the right side. Pospisil in motion. This is Hoffman straight up the middle, and he's got 10 yards. Out to the 50-yard line. May have snuck into Boone Central territory. It's another Pierce first down.
Controlling the line of scrimmage at this point. Devin Watts up there, the left guard. Jason Wachter. You see, they're the ones that clear this hole out. And again, some good downfield blocking. Josh Kepke, the center, also clearing the path. And excellent work. Just a simple handoff. Back going right up off the guard.
Gain of 9, just shy of the 50. So it's second down and a very short one. May in motion to the near side, working out of the eye in a double tight set. And this is Pospisil. He's got the first down. And he's brought down at the 48-yard line of Boone Central. That's all they wanted to do on that play. Pick up the first down, keep the chains moving, and keep this drive going. Mark Bramer, his ball club comes into this game averaging 39 points a contest. That's saying a lot for a team that only throws the ball 12 to 15 times a game.
You bet, Bill. 39 points on offense, just limiting opponents to 10 points on defense. So, again, collective control of the football game is what they seek to achieve.
Pospisil in the eye, Hoffman in front of him. 1st and 10 from the 48. And this is Hoffman hit immediately as he got the ball from Travis Test. That was dangerous. That could have been a fumble very easily.
That was Lee Daniels coming in. And did he come in? 6'3", 187 pounds. There you see him. He simply just skirted the block at the line of scrimmage and just sailed in there like a torpedo and just about caused that turnover. 48, the fullback, Damian Hoffman for Pierce, leading the blocking, not on that play obviously, but leading the blocking on the ISO play and doing a good job of taking on the linebacker.
Gain of just 1, 2nd down and 9. 3 minutes gone by in the opening quarter. This is Hoffman again, the fullback, bouncing off his offensive lineman and moving it inside the 45 to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. I think this is the first 3rd down situation we've had in this game.
I think it is, Bill. That time double team up front there on Brandon Bohr, but he's able to fight off the double team and really actually slow the ball carrier down. He didn't actually make the tackle, but he made the initial hit.
3rd down and 4. Big play here for the Boone Central defense. 4-4 set, 3 in the secondary. Look like they want to blitz. This is Pospisil, the tailback. He needs the 38-yard line, and I think he was turned away. It will be 4th down.
Good job by that Boone Central defense. And again, number 54 in on the play, Scott Reinhardt, one of the top tacklers on this football team, 61 tackles this year. And he came around from that backer spot and got the work done. Also a lot of help in there by Flanagan. You mentioned earlier about his great ability on defense, Bill. We saw it again there.
He fought through the block of Casey Krieger, the tight end. Krieger wears 84. He's in there because Harrion is hurt. It's 4th down and about a yard to go for the 1st down. Again, they need the 38. They stack him in the backfield. Double tight set. Test with a long count. Penalty flag flies. The first flag of the ball game.
Probably a little too much time.
And if that's the case, that's a huge flag against Pierce.
I think perhaps what the intent was to try to draw him off, Bill, and it didn't happen. They ran the clock down. It's procedure. Delay a game, I suspect, and that will cost them 5, and now we'll see the punter.
Well, that's unfortunate for Pierce because this drive was so impressive. It began all the way back at the 14-yard line. It stalls at midfield. Give a gold star to the Boone Central defense for toughening up as they got into Cardinal territory. Travis Test is in there. He'll punt the football away. Test is the quarterback.
Bill, that's another factor as far as Harrion is concerned. Matt Harrion was also their punter this year, averaged just about 37 yards a punt. Here comes the snap.
Cole Henn is in there to return it, and this is off the side of Test's foot, and it's going to bounce at the 31-yard line and take a lot of bounce backward and go out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That punt about 12 yards off the foot of Travis Test. And that's good field position for the Cardinals. Boone Central will have it. 1st down and 10. We'll take a timeout and come back with more in just a moment. You're watching Nebraska ETV Sports coverage of the Class C1 State Championship game. Boone Central with its first possession of the ball game. The quarterback is Ben Thiemann. They'll work out of a wing T set. They dodge a bit of a bullet. Pierce really moved the ball well, but the drive stalls, and a poor punt has given the Cardinals excellent field position. Working out of that wing T set, excellent running, a good job of keeping his balance. Roger Tishammer, number 35, got hit. Put his hand down, stayed alive, and may have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Bill, just a point about Travis Test as we see the backs and receivers. Go ahead and cover that. I'll cover Travis in a moment here.
Ben Thiemann, the quarterback, Palmer, the fullback, Cole Henn, Casey Bodie, the running backs, A.J. Flanagan, the tight end, and Kuntzman, the wide receiver. Along the front line, Lee Daniels, Brandon Bohr, Scott Levander, Scott Reinhardt, and Joel Hintz is the left tackle. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. 6:50 to play in the 1st quarter. And this is Thiemann. On a misdirection play, it looked like Tishammer again. It was, and he's brought down just as soon as he got the ball from his quarterback.
Just taking a quick look at the numbers here as far as punting goes, and I believe, according to the stats we have here, that was Travis Test's first punt of the year.
Brett Wolfslager, Travis Krieger, Travis Retzloff, and Jason Wachter along the defensive line for the Blue Jays. The backs and linebackers, Jared May, Aaron Blank, Nate Misek, Devin Watts, Casey Krieger, Damian Hoffman, and Brian Locke. The linebacking core for Pierce, the strength of its defense. Gain of 1 on that last play. 3rd down and 9. Beg your pardon, loss of 1. Thiemann rolling out, lofting it out there in the flat, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. That's number 23, Josh Inman, one of the leading receivers for the for the Cardinals. And Pierce moved the ball well on its opening drive. The Cardinals are 3 and out. They're going to have to punt it away on 4th down and 9. The punter is A.J. Flanagan, the tight end. Now, he's been there all year, so he's going to have a better feel for this part of the ball game than did Travis Test moments ago for Pierce.
Flanagan averages about 32, just at 32 yards a game. But again, that's just a lot to ask of a young man to come in the state championship game, Travis Test, and kick your first ball. Wow.
Darren Luby, number 4, to receive. Little pressure, kind of a rocket. Sidewinding kick. It's fielded at the 19-yard line by Luby. Gets a couple of blocks, still alive and brought down at the 27-yard line, and a penalty flag comes flying in late, and that may be an illegal block on the Blue Jays of Pierce. And that'll set him back even more. They began their first drive at the 14-yard line and kept it on the ground. 8 plays, all rushes, 47 yards on that opening drive for Pierce, but they came away with nothing, and you saw the clip indication from referee Tim Higgins. That'll set the Blue Jays back. Let's take a look at it.
Here's the coverage here. I think it was number 25, Kyle Boglin, that made the hit right there. I don't know that we're going to see a penalty out of that action, but again, it was number 25 for Boone Central, Kyle Boglin, down there to make the hit.
So Pierce begins at its own 13-yard line, 1st down and 10. The quarterback is Travis Test. He wears number 1. You see Pospisil in there in the eye. He wears number 18. Damian Hoffman, 48. Jared May split wide to the right side. Now he's in motion. Double tights for the Blue Jays. This is Hoffman, the fullback. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a couple of yards. And he may have picked up 2 out to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Good job by John Crone, the linebacker, stepping right up into the hole, taking on the block, and also taking on the ball carrier for a very short gain there, just about a yard. That Pierce defense, Bill, looked awfully good in that first series. Put about 8 people up front there on the line, just daring Boone Central to run the football.
2nd down and 8. 5 minutes, 29 seconds remaining. Opening quarter. Pierce in blue, all blue. Boone Central, red helmets, white shirts, red pants. They're the visiting team. This is Pospisil off the left side. He's brought down after a pickup of a couple of yards. That'll bring up a 3rd down situation for the Blue Jays. And I'm thinking, if I'm Mark Bramer, and I've got Travis Test, who's only punted the ball once this season, and that was for about 13 yards. I've got some concerns when I roll around to 4th down, especially when I'm back deep in my own territory.
Absolutely.
This is a big, big play here.
Absolutely, Bill. A big play in that they get the football in pretty good field position, with actually excellent position if they have to go to down number 4. Great tackle that last time by their leading tackler, Josh Enman.
3rd down and 6. This is the quarterback, Travis Test, on a bootleg. He needs the 18. He stretches out. Did he get it? Oh, this is going to be close. The official's foot is right on the 18-yard line. And they say he got the 1st down. Great individual effort by the quarterback, Travis Test.
Watch it here again. That's Cole Henn, number 30, trying to come up, make the hit. He makes the hit. Ooh, boy. The old knee went down a little bit short of that stick. Let's take another closer look here. See what we can see. See, the knee's down there before the stick. But again, he carries that ball past the stick, and they give it to him. It'll be 1st down, and that's a huge play for the Pierce Blue Jays.
But Cole Henn has got to go after the quarterback. He kind of paused a moment, let him do a little shake and bake move, allowed the blocker to knock him out of the play.
He had 2 things. He had the blocker to deal with and also the shake and bake move, and that's tough to deal with both of those things all at once.
1st down and 10. This is Pospisil off the left side, nothing doing. In fact, he may have barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
The reason that happens, Bill, because if he commits to the outside, the quarterback cuts it to the inside, and he gets the block, and he kicks him out to the line of scrimmage, back out of bounds. So he picks up the 1st down for sure there. So you want to try to keep him to the outside as much as you can. So Henn actually did a pretty good job on the play.
2nd down and 9. They give him about a half yard, although the sticks don't move a whole lot. The ball at the 23-yard line. The scoreboard says 24. But it's 2nd down and a bunch. 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. And Test gives it to the fullback. This is Damian Hoffman. He follows his blockers out to the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and a long 1.
Linebackers plugging on that last play for Boone Central. 23, see him right there, coming in. There goes the fullback up the middle. And sometimes you give it up like that and you get burned, and they got burned for about 6-7 yards on that play.
It is 3rd down and 1. The 1st down yardage just outside the 33-yard line. They'll stack him in the eye once again. There's Damian Hoffman. 6 carries, 31 yards already in this quarter. Boone Central crowding the defensive line, and this is Pospisil up the middle, and he's out across the 34 to the 35-yard line. That'll be another Pierce first down.
Yeah, Bill, what a great play by number 4 Travis Stevenson for Boone Central. He was blocked out there by the lead back. He came around the block and still had enough quickness to get in and make the tackle on the play. Excellent work by Travis Stevenson. He's a senior. Number 4 right there.
How much can Arnie Johnson afford to rely on his defense? If this is the way this ball game is going to go, eventually this defense is going to break if Pierce continues to manhandle the line of scrimmage and get 3, 4, 5, 8 yards a pop. Collision in the backfield. Here's Pospisil off the left side. He's brought down. Nice tackle by Josh Inman, the linebacker. Let's check in with Larry Putney on the sidelines. Larry?
Well, guys, this game is going exactly like the first one between these two teams. Pierce constantly moving the ball against Boone Central, getting down to about the 20, but then either a mistake or a turnover. In fact, they were inside the 3-yard line twice and didn't capitalize, and inside the 15 one other time and threw an interception in that first game. They really outgained Boone Central, but just not that big of a difference on the scoreboard.
Plays right now, Larry, 15 plays in the game for Pierce, 72 yards. 3 plays, no yards for Boone Central. Up the middle with the fullback, Damian Hoffman, picking up yardage out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Another 3rd down and relatively long. This is a tenuous play. 3rd down and 4 from the 41.
That last play, a play that Arnie Johnson is concerned about. A lot of misdirection, people going a lot of different ways, but they just came right up the middle after it was all said and done, and their defense stayed in there. They didn't overcommit. They played their game and made the tackle for a short gain. 3rd and about 5, call it 4, long 4.
1 minute, 45 seconds in quarter number 1. Aaron Blank in motion. He wears 16. And Test wants to throw. And it is caught by Pospisil. He's ridden out of bounds right at the yardage marker. They're going to mark him out at the 45-yard line. That's enough for a Blue Jay first down.
Great route by Pospisil. Knew exactly where he needed to go. Broke it off right to the stick. See it right here. He came up a little with a little bump over there. I hope he's okay. See Pospisil running that out pattern. Great shot right there, and good work by the defense in terms of covering the play, but just again that first down is obtained, and Pospisil not only can run the football, Bill, but he certainly can catch it also. We saw that on that last play right there. 6 catches on the year.
And you saw him come out holding his wrist. Looked like he's in quite a bit of pain there. So now Pospisil goes to the bench, and it's a new tailback into the ball game for the Blue Jays, and it's number 9, Nate Misek. So Misek is in there for Pospisil, and we hope to get a report on what's happening with John Pospisil. Gain of 5 on the play. It's 2nd down and 5. Any TV sports coverage of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Tobacco Free Nebraska for a great state of health. 2nd down and 5 from the 50 for the Blue Jays. This is Misek. They're not afraid to go to the new guy, and he bowls his way forward to the 45-yard line of Boone Central, and that may be close to yet another Pierce Blue Jay first down.
Well, Misek, 358 yards on the year. He's averaged just over 8 yards a carry, and he just bowled his way up inside, as you said right there, Bill. And he's played a little bit. He's not a stranger to this game. He knows what's happening out there. So about a half a yard left here for a first down.
3rd down and a very short one, inside a minute. In fact, inside 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jared May in motion. This is Misek off the left side, using his blockers, and he twists across the 45 to the 44-yard line. That should be enough for another Pierce first down. They're going to stop the clock and take a look at it.
Another great effort, Bill, by Travis Stevenson, the defensive end on the right side, knifing underneath it all and just about able to make the play. Won't be able to see it here, but he goes down quick, and it's because of Stevenson again.
It is a first down. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the Boone Central 44-yard line. That may have been the final play of the first quarter. Inside 10 seconds. Now 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we have no score in the Class C1 state championship game after 1 quarter of play. but clearly Pierce has been in control of this one. No points to show for it, but Pierce has run 20 plays for 90 total yards. Boone Central 3 and out on their only possession. We'll take a timeout and come back with more from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. The Class C1 state championship game is on Nebraska ETV Sports.
Funding.
With Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. We're getting set to go with action in the second quarter of the Class C1 state championship game. And there's John Pospisil, the starting tailback for the Pierce Blue Jays, who was injured on a pass play late in the first quarter. Now, all the reports are that he should be okay. You see him taping up the left thumb, and the Blue Jays need to have him in there because he's actually their number 2 tailback. Their top tailback is a young man by the name of Tony Drahota, who was injured in the 3rd or 4th game of the year with a torn ACL. So Pospisil stepped in there, did a great job, averaged 140 yards a ball game on the ground. But behind him, then you've got Mark Braver going, who are we going to go with? Right now they're going with Nate Misek in the eye. First down and 10, opening play of the second quarter. Aaron Blank, the man in motion, coming to the near side. This is the fullback, Hoffman. A huge hole up the middle, and he's brought down at the 34-yard line.
Well, that Pierce offensive line just handling things up front against Boone Central this afternoon. That time, Kepke and Watts up there clearing the way as you see the play come up. Just a quick open dive to the fullback right up over the center. And he picks up excellent yardage on the play. Are they going to measure it here? What are we doing?
They need the 34-yard line, and they are going to bring the change out to take a look at this one. Pierce had 7 first downs in the opening quarter, 19 plays from scrimmage that they ran the ball, and they were 1 of 1 passing. 20 plays, 90 total yards in the first quarter. Boone Central had the ball for just one brief moment in the sun. 3 plays and out, and they gained no yards before kicking the football away. The time of possession advantage for Pierce in the first quarter, 10.5 minutes to 1:23. Unbelievable.
First down just achieved by just a nose of the football. And they'll have it in good shape here to start a fresh 4 and move ahead in the second quarter here. Still no score.
That's the 8th first down of the ball game for the Blue Jays. Travis Test, an excellent stable of backs behind him. Pospisil, who's back in there. He wears number 18. Hoffman, the fullback. Here's Jared May in motion again. And the second man through is Pospisil, working his way along the right side, upended at the 28-yard line. Another big gain on the play. And more appreciative applause from the Pierce fans who are here at Memorial Stadium.
Run that trap over here to the left side. 78 up there. Brian Locke leading the way. And he made a good block to spring Pospisil to come on back to the inside. But Brian Lockett Jr., 6 foot 185 pounds. He's a swing man. He can play virtually any of those offensive line positions in there right now at that off guard.
Gain of 5 on the previous carry for Pospisil. There's John. Second down and 5. Pospisil again on the carry, coming to the near side. Got away from a couple of tacklers and works his way to the 21-yard line, and that's enough for another Pierce first down, number 9. They're really racking up the yards on the ground.
Moving it with power, and that's the thing that Arnie Johnson was very, very concerned about with this offense. They have a lot of power. They have great blocking up front. You saw right there, number 77 was Joel Hintz for Boone Central. Had a shot at maybe trying to make that play, but just could not get himself in position to make the tackle. So, again, the Pierce Blue Jays just moving it up inside, 3, 4, 5 yards a crack.
Brandon Bohr made the tackle on that last play for Boone Central. 1st and 10 from the Cardinals' 21-yard line. Here's Pospisil off the left side, and no chance for that play to develop. Excellent pursuit by the linebackers for the Cardinals. Whit Palmer, number 45, was over there, as was Josh Inman.
Great job by Joel Hintz on the tackle underneath it all. He was being blocked by Jason Wachter on the play. As a matter of fact, Wachter had him blocked very, very well, but this time he was able to get in position to make the hit. Joel Hintz, excellent work in that front line, number 77.
They give him a yard on the play, so it's 2nd down and 9, the ball at the 20. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Still no score despite the Blue Jays' dominance. May goes in motion to the far side and whistles as the ball is snapped, and that'll stop the play. And usually that's an indication of motion against the offense. And it is. Tim Higgins, the referee today. Also on his crew, Jim Langan, Dan Meyer, Scott Mazer, and Brian Group. 4 guys from Grand Island, Langan from Kearney. They'll set the Blue Jays back 4 yards. Second penalty of the ball game. Both have been whistled against the Blue Jays. It's 2nd down and 14. We've seen Pierce go to the air once, and that was on a 3rd down and 5 situation. They picked up the 1st down. You don't have to throw it a lot. Just be effective when you put it in the air. Did they go to the air here? They're going to try. Martinson is out there 17, and Test being chased down, and his pass is incomplete at the 2-yard line. That's intended for one of his tight ends, Brett Wolfslager, number 85, who had 6 catches during the regular season.
Spread out to the right. See it at 45, I think, gets a hand on it. Almost got a hand on it. That's Whit Palmer covering out of his backer spot over there. We talked about him top of the show, and he's out there in the flat covering passes. He's making blocks, running up inside, doing all kinds of things for his Boone Central football team. But again, that speed to the outside. Travis Test sprint out right, outrunning everybody, and then trying to deliver the football on the run, just a little bit overthrown.
Roger Tistammer, number 35, also covering on the play. 3rd down and 14, and we're going to have a substitution violation against Pierce, and then a timeout is called. They broke the huddle with 12 guys and hustling off the field to trying to get out of the play was number 43, whom I don't have on my roster. But that should be a penalty that will mark Pierce back. Well, while they sort that out, it gives us time to tell you that the Nebraska State High School Football Championships on NETV Sports is made possible in part by the financial contributors to Nebraskans for Public Television. You too can help support your statewide network. Blue Jays are marked back 5 yards. 3rd down now and 19 from the 30. More problems when they get deep in the zone. Test to throw. It's intended for Misek, and it's knocked away. Great defense by Cole Hen, number 30.
And great pressure up the middle by number 23, Josh Schmidt, out of that backer spot. There you see Hen, and he waited on that pass just at the right time and came up on a defender. Here's 23 coming right up the middle, and Test knows that. He lets it fly, and bingo, there's Hen, and knocks it away. Great job by Cole Hen. He's had a pass interception, 1 pass interception on the year, and now breaks up this pass. Maybe looking to say, hey, I need to get me another one down there. Let's throw that again.
Here's Eric Lucian on to try and put some points on the board. It'll be a 47-yard try for the Blue Jays. Snap's kind of bad, and that kick's not going to make it there. Darren Luby was the holder, and the snap was low. Luby did all he could to place it for Eric Lucian. And Pierce, who has dominated this football game on both of its drives, comes away empty-handed once again.
Well, Bill, they had confidence in Lucian. He's 4 for 7 in the field goals, and he's made it from 46, 39, 37, and 32 on the year. So they had confidence in his ability to make it.
NETV Sports coverage of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Tobacco Free Nebraska, for a great state of health. 9 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Boone Central takes to the field offensively for just the 2nd time in the game. They've only had it for 3 snaps, no yards of offense. Arnie Johnson had plenty of time on the sidelines to try and draw up something, maybe revamp his entire offense. His offense has been off the field for so long.
Maybe start it over. Boy, it's been tough. You got to get your offense on the field, and here we go. See that? Look at that front up there. They got 8 guys all intertwined up there. And they just continue to try to pop it up inside, Bill. It's not going to work. You got to start working the edge a little bit. Loosen that middle up, work the edge.
And the carry is by Whit Palmer, the linebacker we talked so much about. Palmer, 96 carries during the regular season, 564 yards and 11 touchdowns on the ground. They want to establish their fullbacks to try and soften up that line, but Pierce is basically just daring.
You got to go out of your middle game right now. You just look at that. There's 8 people just so tight. See, get to the edge. Get out there. That's right.
That's Cole Hen, and he's hit hard out of bounds, but not until he picks up a good 9 yards in the play. He's hit out of bounds at the 29-yard line. I was going to say, they're just daring them to either put the ball in the air or go to the outside.
You talked about loosening it up for the passing game. Well, you go to the edge to try to loosen it up first, and then we'll think about that passing game. But that's a good call right there. Get out to the edge, get that speed out there, and make some yardage. Just about a yard short of the first down now. Boone Central will try to crack the inside. See what formation they have here. Well, they're going to have a passing formation out of this. Just double wing.
3rd down and 1. Palmer is the fullback. Hen goes in motion. Counter action. This is Casey Bodie. He picks up the 1st down and more. Out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Well, let's suffice it to say, the offense for the Cardinals should be well rested, except a lot of those guys are playing defense too.
That is the problem too, Bill, as we see the play again here. Good misdirection play. Come with that counter to the inside, and Bodie just tough running up inside there. Casey Bodie, 5'10", 180-pound senior, 254 yards on the year. Picks up an important 1st down there.
Got a great block by Whit Palmer. Hen goes in motion to the top of the screen, now out of the screen. 1st and 10. This is Hen. Short gain, pickup of a couple of yards to the 40-yard line.
Still not a lot of future in that. But they're going to continue to try to hammer it, maybe set up an edge play now, get it to the perimeter, see what they can do.
Inside 8 minutes remaining in the 1st half. The Class C1 state championship game, no score between Boone Central and Pierce High. Although this game has been dominated offensively by the Blue Jays, they have nothing to show for their efforts. Boone Central trying to mount something here with their offensive possession. This is Hen coming to the near side, trying to get to the outside, and there's a whole host of blue jerseys there waiting to meet him.
Started by Brett Walslager, number 85, and also number 78, Brian Lauk. Watch 85 here. Takes on the block right there, and bingo, hits him up high. Lauk finishes down low, and then about 3 or 4 more blue jerseys come and help out.
Aaron Blank also there, number 16. 3rd down and 9 from the 39-yard line. Ben Thiemann, the quarterback, 6'1", 175 pounds. And again on the ground, and that's Roger Tistammer, number 35, tripped up. May have picked up a yard to the 40-yard line, but Arnie Johnson did not want to put the ball in the air in that situation.
That formation on both sides of the football might be the tightest pattern I've ever seen in any football game, Bill. I mean, everybody gathered up inside there except for the secondary, 3 people in the secondary, but other than that, everybody at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the punt.
A.J. Flanagan in there to kick it away for the Cardinals. Flanagan 33 yards per kick during the regular season. Darren Luby standing at his 28-yard line. He will receive, and this is a sidewinding kick that's knocked down by the wind. It bounces at the 39-yard line and will roll dead at the 36. A high snap, a nice job by Flanagan just to field that ball, but it didn't get away a very good kick. He had no pressure on him, and that will give Pierce the 1st down at the 36-yard line, their 3rd possession of the game. Be sure to join us tonight at 7:30 for the Class B championship game as the Seward Blue Jays take on the Creek Cardinals. We have complete coverage of all the 2001 Nebraska State High School football championship games right here on Nebraska ETV, Nebraska's home for sports. That will be a dynamite matchup. That may be the marquee matchup of this entire tournament.
As we called it last night, Bill, perhaps a feud to happen tonight. Another Blue Jay and the Cardinal matchup, same as we have here this afternoon, but this might be a legitimate feud tonight.
What'd you call it? These games are for the birds, the Cardinals and the Blue Jays
this afternoon,
and for the state championship. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays of Pierce. 1st and 10 from the 36. May, the man in motion. Test will keep it on the option. Makes one man miss. Gets out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Well, one guy that the Blue Jays miss very much today is Matt Harrion, the Nebraska football recruit. He's with Larry Putney.
Yeah, 6'5" and a great tight end, and plays inside linebacker as well. High sprain and just couldn't go.
No, we tried it all week. I went to therapy all week, and then we tried it today, and it was hurting too much to even try. I couldn't even jog. So
team's really moving the ball well without you, though.
Yeah, we've done that all year, and we're just keeping it up down here.
Talk about the first time you played these guys, because it's really similar to what's going on now.
Yeah, but the first game we did the same thing, and we probably made a couple mistakes, which kept us from scoring a couple times, but we still came out to win, which was a good thing.
Guys, he's not playing in this game, but he will be playing in the future right here at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, instead of wearing blue at Memorial Stadium, he'll be wearing Husker red beginning next fall, and that's exciting to have a player like that coming down to Lincoln.
And his talent is incredible, Bill. That size, 4'8" in the 40 and 37 vertical jump, great student. Over a 3 average there. Received over 2,286 yards in his career at Pierce High School. Great job by Matt Harrion.
3rd down and 2. This is Pospisil up the right side, lowers his shoulder and his helmet, and bulls his way across the necessary yardage for the 1st down, and he will move the sticks, and this Pierce drive is alive. Making the tackle there for Boone Central, Scott Koonsman, the cornerback. Look at this, lowering his head and shoulder.
Yeah, that left side of the line, though, talk about that. Retzlaff and Brown and Kepke, the center, they just seal off the right side on the block, and just a little toss sweep over to the right. And then number 23, Josh Inman, coming over for Boone Central, trying to cut that play down. Again, he missed that tackle, and about 4 or 5 more yards were made.
1st and 10, the ball at the Pierce 48-yard line. Still no score, 4:45 to play in the 1st half. This is Hoffman, the fullback. A huge hole. He's still going. He's still going. 30, 25, 20. He's going to score. Pierce takes the lead. Touchdown.
52 yards on the play. And Bill, this has been, I know the last couple of days you've probably listened in or looked in or heard about it, but this has been a championship series of the fullbacks. Been great fullback play all the way through, and we see another play right here as Hoffman goes the distance.
Now that's the Nebraska position, the fullback position, the Rathmans, the Schlesingers. Of course the fullbacks are going to be highlighted here at Memorial Stadium. Lucian is on for the point after try. And that's through the uprights, and Pierce, after dominating this 1st half, finally takes a lead. They get the touchdown on the board to lead at 7-0.
There it goes again, and a lot of tough running, couple of 3 missed tackles. There's another one right there. Another one right there. Probably 4 or 5 missed tackles on the play. So Boone Central certainly had the opportunity to bring him down, but he would not be denied. And again, talk about that left side of the line over there. Devin Watts and Jason Wachter. Excellent blocks as Hoffman is gone. Good to see that happen.
Yeah, you got to
looking around there.
You got to give a lot of credit to the big birds up front. Wachter, Watts, Kepke, Buckendahl, Retzlaff. This offensive line for Pierce has really been the collective star of the show for the Blue Jays.
Well, it's kind of interesting that the whole game they've been banging away at about a 4 or 5 yard clip, and now bingo, they get the long run from Hoffman.
7-0 Pierce, 4:33 to play in the 1st half. Don't miss any TV sports coverage of NCAA women's basketball as we present the Time Warner Challenge this Sunday at 4:30. It's an in-state battle as the Nebraska Cornhuskers host the Creighton Blue Jays. It's live from the Devaney Sports Center right here in Lincoln. We'll have complete coverage exclusively on our cable network, NETV2, live at 4:30 this Sunday. It's the Time Warner Challenge on Nebraska ETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. That place is about, and it's basketball tomorrow afternoon with Nebraska and Creighton. Paul Sandiford and the Huskers opened up the season last night with a big win over Southern Illinois. 7-0 Pierce. And Lucian will kick it away. Boone Central has it. This is Tisthammer. Out across the 15 to the 20. Beg your pardon. It's 25, not 35. That's Kyle Bigland, junior, with the football. And Kyle with a nice return out to the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals will have 4 minutes and 27 seconds to work with here in the 1st half.
Good job by Kelvin Retzlaff coming down on the kick coverage also. Sailed right into the play down there and created a lot of havoc and shortened up the gain as Boone Central now to try to fire away, see what they can do, Bill.
1st and 10 from the 23. This is Casey Bodie bringing it to the near side. And he's stopped at the 25-yard line and pickup of 2. Arnie Johnson still not wanting to go to the air. They put it up once. That was incomplete. 2nd down and 8.
So they try to get it outside there. They pull Scott Reinhardt to left guard to lead the play around the end. And again, just a short gain on that play. You're going to need to get speed to the edge and try to loosen the line. And then, Bill, again, work on that passing game, but we haven't seen it yet.
2nd down and 8. Double wing set. Hahn goes in motion. This is Bodie on the inside handoff, and he falls forward. Across the 28, maybe just shy of the 29-yard line. That'll bring up third down. You talk about the offensive lines, Adrian, and Pierce's has been so dominant, and a lot of those guys are on the defensive line, and they still have a big weight advantage over that Boone Central front five.
Yeah, they do. You talk about the guys up in the 230, 220 range, and but again, as you mentioned earlier, you've got guys playing both ways in this game, but the guys in the blue right now seem to, well, they're on a mission today, as you know. They want it, and so does Boone, but the guys in the blue are really after it, staying after it. They're plugging up there.
Third down and 5, and again on the ground, and again the Cardinals are stopped. That'll be fourth down with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. There's quite a bit of time left for the Blue Jays, and Boone will have to kick it away.
So you're talking about Travis Retzlaff, 285, and Nick Flessner, 205. Two guys heavily involved in that last play. 73 and 75 are their numbers, and now you're going to see another punt. What is this punt? How many punts have they had now?
This will be the third punt of the ball game, averaging 33 yards a kick, right at his season average. A.J. Flanagan. Darren Luby standing at his own 45-yard line, so Pierce is going to get excellent field position out of this. Another high snap, and a line drive kick that's handled at the 45. Lucian backtracks momentarily and is able to return it out to the 47-yard line, and a late penalty flag comes flying in. A couple of them come flying in.
Usually that kind of action, you're talking about a block in the back somewhere. Let's see what, it's a clip against Pierce.
That'll move the Blue Jays back. With 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the first half, Mark Bramer, his squad, leads Boone Central 7-0. A 52-yard touchdown run by Damian Hoffman with 4:33 remaining in the half. That was on the Blue Jays' last possession, and the penalty moves the football all the way back to the 32-yard line, where the Blue Jays will have it first down and 10.
Here's the return right here. Let's see if we can pick out the clip. Well, must have happened. It was a late flag, so perhaps it happened a little bit beyond the lens there, but somewhere there was a clip. Cost them 15 yards.
First and 10 from the 32. Do the Blue Jays go to the air at all here? Nope, they keep it on the ground with Pospisil. And he stopped after a gain of about a yard out to the 33-yard line. Second down and 9. Pierce doesn't go to the air a whole lot anyway, and without Harrion in the lineup, they're not likely to go to the air much at all this afternoon. They have put the ball in the air 3 times, 1 for 3 so far. Matt Harrion on the season, and Larry just talked to him moments ago, 38 catches this year alone. 7 other receivers for the Blue Jays, a combined 20 catches. So Harrion by himself almost doubled the receiving totals of all the other receivers in the Blue Jays stable. Second down and 9, a gain of a yard for Pospisil. And this is Hoffman, the fullback, on that trap. He bounces off a couple of tacklers and is finally brought down at the 41-yard line. He'll be a yard shy of the first down with 1:20 remaining in the half. Third down and 1. Hey, become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television over the internet. Just log on to our network website, net.unl.edu. Click membership and fill out the needed information. If you appreciate our statewide sports coverage, become a member of Nebraskans for Public Television at net.unl.edu. Here's Hoffman again, getting the necessary yardage for the first down. This drive will continue, but now with less than a minute remaining.
Less than a minute, Bill. They've got about 58 yards to go right now to get it in the end zone as they take a timeout. Pierce takes a timeout.
And that stops the clock as the chains move with 54 seconds remaining in the first half. Mark Bramer, his squad leads Boone Central 7-0. They've dominated the first half, but only lead it by a touchdown. If you'd like to purchase a VHS copy of this game or any state high school football championship game, it's very easy. Just call 800-228-4630, Monday through Friday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Central Time, and you'll be able to enjoy the 2001 football championship for years to come. That number again is 800-228-4630. And Adrian, as I'm looking out across Memorial Stadium this afternoon, I got to believe our Nielsen numbers will not be very high in Pierce, Albion, or Petersburg, because I got to believe the entire towns are here for this ball game. It's a beautiful day in Lincoln, 68 degrees at kickoff. There's a whole host of people in blue on the other side and a lot of people in red and white below us here on this side. Those aren't the biggest towns in the world, so everybody might be here.
I think so, Bill. It's great to see the whole town come and support their football teams. A couple of coaches said that, you know, playing here, our people will come. Sometimes when you play at home, they don't come to the game, but playing here, this is such a special time, an event, that everybody shows up for the football game.
First down and 10 for the Blue Jays. And Test put it in the belly of his fullback, Damian Hoffman, then wanted to keep it on the option and was knocked off balance. And it's a loss of 3 back to the 39-yard line, and the clock continues to move downward.
Lee Daniels right there, 74, a little bit to do with it also. He lost his footing, and Lee just made sure he went all the way to the turf. Defensive tackle got off the block and came down the line of scrimmage, pursued from the back end, and got in on the play. Second down.
And 13 yards to go, and Pierce is in no hurry to get these plays off. They still have a couple of timeouts remaining, but now there's 18, 17, 16 seconds remaining. And this is Hoffman who scored the touchdown. He tried to spin away from the tackler, but was brought down after a very little gain, and that should do it for the first half of play here at Memorial Stadium. And the clock winds down to 0, and the Boone Central Cardinals will head to the locker room trying to regroup and catch their breath. They've been chasing Blue Jays all day, but they only trail it by a touchdown. Meanwhile, Pierce has to feel pretty good about what they've wanted to do in this first half. Establish the line of scrimmage, establish the run. They've done a great job of that, but only 7 points to show for their efforts so far. Larry Putney is downstairs. We expect to hear from him momentarily, and he's going to be visiting with Pierce head coach Mark Bramer. And Larry's in position now. Larry, take it away. Let's hear from Coach Bramer.
Well, Coach, you dominated statistically in this first half.
Well, you don't win it that way, though. I mean, I would agree, it would be great if those yards went on the scoreboard, but they don't. Right now, we're having success on first and second down and sometimes not doing the job on third down or when we get in the red zone again. We're going to make some adjustments as far as what we're trying to do with the things they're showing us out of their 6-2 front when we get into the red zone. So right now, we're pleased with our play up front. We're pounding it at them, and we're picking at them a little bit from time to time with our passing game, and our defense is playing great. So, you know, that's what our game plan was. But we know they got a lot of weapons. If we're not ready to go in the second half, if we have any letdowns, you know, they could score one on you just like that.
Too similar to the first game for you?
Somewhat, yeah. They had a score in the first game and maybe had a little bit more success offensively against us in the first game. So defense has just got to continue to suck it up and play well each down.
Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Thank Coach Bramer. A 188-26 advantage in total yards for Pierce. They lead the Boone Central Cardinals 7-0 at halftime of the 2001 Class C1 State High School Championship game. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with our halftime activities and a visit with Jim Tenneper from the Nebraska School Activities Association right after this on Nebraska Public Television.
Program.
With Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. It's Pierce 7, Boone Central nothing. Halftime of the Class C1 State Championship game. Larry Putney is standing by with Boone Central head coach Arnie Johnson. Larry?
Well, thanks, Bill. Coach, what did you say to the guys at half?
Well, we just need to do a better job offensively. We need to spread out a little bit on the line. We were talking online all week about spreading out the line, and it seems like in the game we just keep tightening up because our defense tightens up, and that's not what we want to do. Defensively, we're doing a pretty good job, but we just need to seal off a couple of their plays. We did better as time went on, but then they broke that trap up the middle. We need to get the ball back so our offense can score, but our offense needs to do a little bit more when we get it.
Obviously, time of possession concerns you.
Well, that's right. We wanted to make sure that we had the ball a little bit longer so they wouldn't have so many plays, and obviously that's not the way it's working out. So we just simply need to do a better job and be more consistent and running some offensive plays that will get us some positive yards.
Ronnie, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Coach Johnson. The first half belonged to the Pierce Blue Jays, but they only have a 7-0 lead on the Boone Central Cardinals. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights of the ball game. There are not a ton of them because the game was pretty much controlled by the Blue Jays. There's a great defensive play, though, by Cole Henn of Boone Central. Pierce tried to get some points on the board after their second drive, but the 47-yard field goal try was way off. And then Damian Hoffman, the big 52-yard touchdown run, that kind of typified the day so far for Pierce. Give it to the fullback, let the line create the hole, and let the fullback run.
Fullbacks have been having a field day in this series so far, Bill, as we see the halftime stats there. Look at the total yards, 26 for the Cardinals and 188 for the Blue Jays. That's about, as we looked at it earlier, you're talking about plays and yardage that are three to 7 times more in favor of Pierce. But so what? It's just 7-0. It's still a ball game. But again, Pierce just dominating the stats here, Bill. They've had the ball 11 minutes more in that first half than Boone Central has. So Boone Central needs to really work it up and get the offense moving and do the sort of things that Coach Johnson was talking about. Move to the edge, throw the ball a little bit more. We're going to see highlights, I think, of last night's game between North Platte and Millard West. Here we see Eric Hoff, the fullback. That kid was just incredible last night. 161 yards rushing. Here a pass from quarterback Ben Woodhead to Cody Collins. Cody thought he was off to the races here, but he gets caught there by Jake Duggar. But incredible play. Cody Collins, 3 catches for 87 yards. And then we see Duggar going into the end zone right there. This is Ben Woodhead again, trying to make it work. And Andy Leaders, of the linebacker headed to Iowa State, intercepts the pass. That is one terrific kid. Great player, Andy Leaders. Dan McLaughlin right there congratulating his team, and what a ball game that was. 28-14. Millard West wins the Class 8 state championship.
Boy, when they knocked off Millard West, I think people are when Millard West knocked off Lincoln Southeast, I think people are still stunned by not so much that Millard West won the football game, because they've proven to be great, but to have knocked off the defending state champions 42-0. I think that establishes Millard West clearly as the best team in the state for 2001. But give a lot of credit to the guys from North Platte to go in as the top seed. They really did the western part of the state proud. They had a great year.
Oh, sure. You know, you get to the final 2, and it's a great year no matter what happens in the outcome. But, man, I tell you what, to shut out Lincoln Southeast and then to turn around and score 42 points on them on the other side of the ball, still unbelievable to me, but here we go.
Underway in the third quarter here in the Class C1 state championship game, and it's kicked into the end zone. That's an automatic touchback. Nathan Landauer doing the kicking for the Cardinals. There's Mark Bramer, the head coach of the Pierce Blue Jays, talking moments ago to his quarterback, Travis Test. 7-0 Pierce as we begin action in quarter number 3. We were talking about the stats a moment ago in the first half, Adrian. Pierce ran more plays than Boone Central has in yards. 35 plays to 26 yards in the first half.
They ran 3 times more plays, Bill, and it's had 7 times more yardage, 188 to 26 yards. As Pierce starts it one more time, pounding up inside there.
Kind of a replay of the first half. There's John Pospisil on the carry. He wears number 18. He's the tailback. He had a pretty good first half, 14 carries, 57 yards.
Just an isolation play, nothing fancy. Great block by Hoffman there, the fullback on the linebacker. And then just take it up inside, about a 7-yard, make it an 8-yard gain on the play.
Josh Kepke, the center, also had a nice block to create that hole. Gain of 8, second down and 2. Aaron Blank goes in motion. He wears 16. The ball at the 28-yard line. This is Hoffman, the fullback, stacked up at the line of scrimmage, but he works his feet and continues to turn out yards and stumbles across the 30 to the 32-yard line, and that's enough for the 13th first down of the game for the Pierce Blue Jays. They have 13, and Boone Central has 1.
Mark Bramer, head coach, 7th year at Pierce, played his college football at Doane, played for our good friend Bill Franchwink down there. Mark, excellent young man, one of the bright young coaches here in Nebraska high school football.
1st and 10, the ball at the 32. There's Jared May. He now goes in motion. Pospisil in the eye. He gets the carry off the left side. Great big hole at the line of scrimmage, and Pospisil was just tripped up as he got to the 35, and he gets it out to the 37-yard line.
Great box by Devin Watts, 53, and also by Hoffman again. Hoffman just nicking the guy as he went by. But that's okay. You just get in his way, get him off balance, or just upset his rhythm as far as trying to make a tackle, and he did that. And a good gain, about a 5-yard gain on the play.
2nd and 5 from the 37. Blank again in motion. Now comes back after the U-turn. And this is Pospisil, the tailback. He needs the 42 for the first down, and he crosses the 40-yard line, and he's turned away. Forward progress officially will be to the 41, so that'll bring up a third down and a short 2 for the Blue Jays. Pospisil's a good-sized guy, 5'10", 195 pounds. He's a senior. Remember, he's in place of Drahota, Tony Drahota, who was injured early on in the season. And he ended up having a terrific season, and no doubt he's going to get some attention from some folks about continuing on his career. Third down and 2. 3 men in the eye, and this is Pospisil, and he falls forward to the 42-yard line. That'll be a right-left official's foot situation. The penalty flag came in late, and the officials are spotting it just right on or just shy of the 42-yard line. They may not have gotten there.
May not have gotten there, Bill, and also a penalty flag on the play, so they'll move it back. Great job that time by Josh Inman, scrape it up into the hole from his linebacker spot to make the tackle, number 23. He's a leading tackler on this football team this year, had 116 tackles, but again, we're looking at a penalty against the Blue Jays here.
It would have been fourth down and about a half a yard, and I got to believe that Mark Bramer would have gone for it. So that's why you take the penalty in this situation, and that brings up a third down and 10. Now, Pierce is 1 for 3 through the air today. The one pass completion was on a third down and 5. This is where they miss Matt Harrion. And this is Jared May on an end around, and he's going to be stopped shy. He picks up 8 yards, gets it out to the 40. But that's going to bring up fourth down and 2. Now, if you're Bramer, are you tempted to go for it on 4th and 2, or do you kick it away?
Well, it looks like they're going to go ahead and kick it. Different personnel coming into the football game, but I'm sure he had a thought about that, Bill. They're making good yardage every time they snap the football. Taking a quick look here, they made it just over 5 yards, about 5.5 yards per try earlier on in the first half.
4th and 2, they will kick. Test is the punter. Good snap to him, and another bad kick. That thing is going to settle into the seats. Well, Travis Test punted once in the first half for 8 yards, and this may not have gone that far. Get all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up, Tuesday, November 27th, live at 7 p.m. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, commentary, discussion, and you, as we take your live phone calls and emails. That's Big Red Wrap-Up, Tuesday, November 27th, right here on Nebraska ETV, Nebraska's home for sports.
And right here, it's up to Boone now. They've got great position to work from. They need to get up on the board as they try to go up inside the tackle again, and nothing doing.
That was a 1-yard punt officially. The ball was at the 40, and it's spotted out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Second down and 9 after that carry for Boone Central. Suffice it to say, they have great field position. If you're Travis Test, I mean, you got a feel for that guy. He's a great quarterback. He's a terrific senior leader for this squad. He's being asked to do something he hasn't done all year long.
It's just his second punt all year as quarterback slips coming out. There's the option play, though.
And that's Cole Hahn taking it on the pitch. There's a new quarterback into the ballgame for Boone Central. It's number 12, Jason Crone. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 135 pounds.
Makes the pitch here, trying to get to the outside. That's Cole Hahn. And a good job down there. I believe it was number 75, Fester, out there to make the hit.
The gain is to the 34-yard line. Third down and 3 for the Cardinals. Testhammer goes in motion. Counter action. Inside handoff to hand. He's got the first down and a whole lot more. 15 out to the 10-yard line. Now they're going to say stepped out at the 12 with the biggest play of the day for Boone Central. Boy, that 7-point lead, Adrian, is so precarious now for Pierce.
You know, and again, they've been dominating on the stats, but like I said at the beginning of the second half here, so what? You're still in the ball game at 7-0. That time, that counter action, and Joel Hintz, big lineman up there, number 77 downfield to make a key block to make that play go as they get it inside the 15-yard line.
I will guarantee you that you can see the heart pounding in the underneath the shoulder pads of Jason Crone, the sophomore quarterback. First and 10 from the 12. Tistammer in motion. This is the fullback Inman. He bowls his way ahead to the 10-yard line before being turned away by Travis Retzlaff, number 73, and Damian Hoffman, the linebacker. Pickup of 2, second down and 8. 5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pierce on top, 7-0, but the Cardinals have something going for the first time this afternoon.
And they really needed to generate that, Bill. They had great position, as we talked about. They moved it upfield. There's a little confidence now building in that offense as they break it and get set to go here.
Second down and 8 from the 10. Fake to Tistammer, give it to Hahn, and he cuts upfield. A nice move, quickly up the field through the hole, and he stretches across the 5 to just shy of the 4-yard line.
See it again, this counter. He sees daylight to the inside. A lot of room up there, and I have to beg your pardon because neither one of us have number 43 on our roster. We'll have to maybe ask Larry if he can find out for us who number 43 is for Pierce down there, but he was in on the tackle.
It's third down and 3. They need to get past the 2-yard line to get the first. Tistammer in motion. This is Inman, the fullback. He's not going to pick up the first down. And gets to the 4. Football is loose, and it looks like the Cardinals have fallen on it and recovered it. Boy, that would have been disastrous for Boone Central.
That ball was on the ground a long time before anybody really realized that a fumble had occurred. The quarterback down there, Jason Crone, trying to get into the mix and try to recover that fumble. But one of the linemen, I think, picked it up, Bill. Might have been 77. I'm not sure about that. Joel Hintz again. Take a look here at the screen. You know, the ball's rolling around right there. Nobody knows it. Crone does.
Pospisil had an excellent chance at it. He didn't see it go between his feet.
Let's see who got it, though. Couldn't really pick out who got it.
Fourth down and 1. The Cardinals go. Long starting count. Tistammer in motion. Crone on the option. He's tripped up. Pitches late. Great catch by Tistammer. Touchdown. Touchdown, Boone Central.
Crone was on his way down on the play, and somehow he's able to keep balance and pitch the football out there. Wow. Usually on that sort of play, new quarterback comes in, stumbling around out there, and he was indeed headed for the turf, and he just somehow backhanded the pitch out to the pitch man, and he took it in.
Big point after try here. Josh Inman, 23 on. Good snap, and the kick is pushed to the right. Oh, boy, will that loom large. Special teams can be huge. They've been huge in this one.
Well, how many games have we seen? Here it is right there. You look at that. The pitch is all the way. He's about to his knee. And Tistammer takes the pitch and cuts it up inside. And that's a great job of running right there because he had some pressure to try to get into the end zone there. Dealing with Jared May on the tackle out there. And Crone, what a valiant effort, Bill. What a tremendous effort that he made on the play.
Give credit to Tistammer for staying with the play. A guy like that can see his quarterback going down, maybe let up just a little bit, but he stayed with Crone, and Crone has an incredible pitch.
If I know pitchmen, they're out there saying, pitch it, give it to me. So, anyway, what a tremendous play. That was exciting.
But, Adrian, the special teams, they've been big. Pierce 2 punts for 9 total yards. The bad punt, the 1-yard punt moments ago, that leads to a Boone Central touchdown. And now you've got a point after try that's pushed to the right. No good. Pierce still has the lead. How many opportunities is Boone Central going to get in this ball game?
That's right. And you got to make the best of what you have. How many games have we done where you see that 1 point make such a big difference, a missed extra point? And also it shows the importance of Matt Harrion once again. We know about his offensive ability as a receiver, his defensive ability as an inside linebacker, but also his punting ability. Not there on the field today, punting out an average of about 37 yards per game. He's not there, and Travis Test trying to get it done for his team.
Landauer with a kick that's fielded at the 11-yard line. Right across the 20. And a huge hit put on by Cole Henn on number 22, the return man, Chad Price. Let's go downstairs to Larry Putney. Larry?
Well, guys, when that drive started and Crone, the sophomore, came onto the field at quarterback, I asked why they were switching quarterbacks, and he said, well, the sophomore is just a little bit quicker, and he pitches the ball much better. I think we saw it right there.
Especially backhanded, Larry. Great effort by the youngster.
A 3-yard touchdown run on 4th down for Boone Central. It's a 1-point gain now. There's Travis Test back in there, guiding the Pierce Blue Jays. And it's on the ground. And that's the fullback, Damian Hoffman. Hoffman came into the game averaging 60 yards per contest. He leads all rushers, including John Pospisil, his teammate. He's got 13 carries for 112 yards today, including 52 on one run.
As we talked about earlier, it's been a tournament or a championship series of fullbacks. We saw in the highlight film there when we were talking about last night's game, Bill, that fullback Keith Hoff for Millard West, 153 yards last night in that ball game as Pierce comes to the football.
2nd down 7, a gain of 3. The ball at the 30. May in motion. And this is Pospisil trying to find a hole, and he won't find one there on the right side. A lot of white jerseys and red helmets to overwhelm him at the line of scrimmage. Who's that at the bottom of the pile? Number 62, John Crone.
See it again right here, just trying to get up through there. And I'll tell you what, the guys with the red helmets out there, the Boone Central Cardinals, are playing with a little more spark in their game right now. This defense really took that cue from the offense. The offense put it in the end zone. As we talked about it, Bill, they really needed to get something on the board to keep this game under control, and they did. And that defense now taking that cue from their offense and playing some good football right now.
Big play here. 3rd down and 7. If you're Boone Central, you want to force Pierce to try and punt it away. And flags fly prior to the handoff to Hoffman. And it's going to be a procedure penalty once again against Pierce. Boone Central has not been penalized in the game. That's the 7th whistle to go against Pierce in this contest for 60 yards.
5 in the first half, 2 here in the second half. Third quarter about over here with 3:43 left as Mark Bramer coming up with another play with 3rd and call it 3rd and about 12 now.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 12. And just to update you, we were trying to search through our program and our Pierce High media guide to find out who number 43 was. Well, it's Tyler Krieger. Chronicle that in just a moment. Here's Hoffman along the left side. Had a whole lot of real estate to cover to get the first down. He got about half of it on 3rd down and 12. And that's going to force Pierce to have to kick the ball away. If you're Mark Bramer, do you put Travis Test back out there to try and kick it away, or do you come up with somebody new?
Well, there's the answer right there.
Somebody new.
It's on the field right there. I think their other punter, to double check here.
Thad Birch is out
Birch,
there.
yeah. He had punted 9 times, Bill, earlier on, if I remember the stat correctly. He had punted 9 times and averaged about 34 yards.
Yeah, they got it going in the right direction, but still Boone Central is going to have excellent field position as that ball sails out of bounds right at midfield at the 49-yard line of Boone Central. So again, the Cardinals will have the short field. 2 minutes, 46 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. It's Pierce 7 and Boone Central 6. NETV Sports coverage of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Tobacco Free Nebraska for a great state of health. With Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney, I'm Bill Dolman. Great to be here at Memorial Stadium. An absolutely gorgeous day. 68 degrees at kickoff. They say partly cloudy, but the clouds aren't even a factor. The sun's still shining. The wind's blowing a little bit out of the south. Really hasn't been much of a factor in this ball game. Arnie Johnson went back to the drawing board in the locker room at halftime. Decided to bring his backup quarterback into the game. That's Jason Crone. He wears number 12. Now, I talked to Arnie Johnson yesterday, and he said, we're going to play Jason Crone just to give a bit of a different look. So when he gets in there, don't be too surprised if it's not a knock against the starter, Ben Thiemann. They want to get him some experience, and what better place to get experience than in the state championship game. But I have a feeling we may see a lot more of Jason Crone after the way he helped march the team down the field.
Certainly delivered on that last drive, especially coming up with just a tremendous play on that last option play on 4th down to take it in for a touchdown. Jason Crone, by the way, 5'9" and just 135 pounds, and he's a sophomore, but he's playing big out there right now, and he's ready to take his team down the field, which I might add right here is very important. If Boone Central wants to continue to have championship hopes, they need to get another drive going right here to put give Pierce that notice.
1st and 10 from the Cardinal 49-yard line. Hahn goes in motion. And this is Crone dumping it out into the flat. Pass is complete to Whit Palmer. He keeps his legs turning. And he scores out of bounds at the 47 of Pierce. So he completes his first pass of the game, does Jason Crone. It's not one where you got to throw it downfield, just a nice, safe pass to get your arm into the game.
Well, good play action. There was some pressure right there from number 84. That's Casey Krieger coming at Crone. He handled that pressure well and just kind of flipped it right over that pressure and completed it for about a 4-yard gain.
2nd down and 4 from the Pierce 47. Hahn in motion again. He takes the handoff, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Travis Retzlaff, number 73, in there to make the tackle along with Damian Hoffman.
When Boone Central elects to try to keep it between the tackles, they rarely have success. When they try to get out to the edge or run some of that misdirection, get out to the perimeter, then they have a little bit better success. And let's see what they come up with here, if they can move the ball out to the perimeter, Bill, as they have the formation for it. Let's see if that happens.
Ben Thiemann is back in there, number 5. He's at quarterback. Hand goes in motion. And the pass is almost intercepted, and it's caught, and it's a first down. Pass complete to number 24, Andy Imus. His first catch of the day.
Great execution on the play. Devin Watts out there just about intercepts it right here, just between his hands, number 53. He's a linebacker out there. Now, let's get upfield, and that's a good effort by Andy Imus. Good afternoon here with Imus, I should say.
Imus, 7 catches during the regular season for 85 yards, and a huge one here to give the Cardinals the first down at the Pierce 35-yard line. Here's Hahn again on that counter action out of the wing T set. And he's going to be brought down shy of the line of scrimmage. May have lost a half yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Well, things have certainly got a little bit more interesting here in the second half. Mark Bramer's bunch dominated the first half, but only had a touchdown. Here in the second half, a much more evenly played ball game. The Boone Central defense has turned it up a notch. And they've mixed things up offensively just a little bit with a change in quarterbacks. Now, Thiemann remains in there. 2nd down and 11. On the option, Tistammer, the trail man, and an excellent play defensively by Jared May.
Indeed it was, Bill, because he had a blocker all over him on the play, but Jared May, great support here. Let's take a look. Option play, trying to get it outside. You see number 27 there, Joey Imus, trying to make that block on him, but just not able to get it done, and he comes up big and makes a sure tackle for a loss. Great job.
If he doesn't make that tackle, Adrian, Tistammer is still running.
But Bill, it also points up what we've been talking about. Get it out to the outside, loosen up that defense.
3rd down and 14. Thiemann to throw. And that pass is off the hands of the tight end, A.J. Flanagan. And the pass may have been intended for Casey Bodie, who was trailing behind Flanagan. A.J. knocked it down. It's incomplete.
He had both people in the route out here, both crossing on the pattern. And there you see Flanagan. I think he was trying to get it deeper, though, as you said, Bill, to Stevenson downfield.
Yeah, it was 4, not number 1, Travis Stevenson.
And unfortunately for Boone Central, it did not happen. The play failed, and they're going to have to kick.
4th down and 14, 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. The good news for Boone Central, they're going to punt in the 3rd quarter with the wind behind Flanagan. That should help this kick. No rush. Pooch punt. And it's going to bounce inside the 5. Roll dead. Son, you better stop the football. Oh, my. Rick Palmer is walking the tightrope along the goal line. He was in the end zone. He's got to come back in and establish himself on the field of play. Otherwise, it's a touchback.
Yeah, he did a great job. I think he knew exactly what he had going for himself down there. That's the way they coach it. You get to that line, establish yourself, and then come back to it. This is Rick Palmer, 45. And there he is. He just comes out within a couple of inches right there and makes a great play on it. So you youngsters out there watching, learn a lesson right there on those punts.
I'm not sure if he knew exactly where he was or he just got
Well, he knew
got
because
lucky,
he knew because he went downfield and he turned his back and his body and then he came back out. So I don't know that
he waited till the last second to get those feet on.
He wasn't outside maybe a couple of inches, and that's all that mattered.
Okay, well, if you're Pierce, you got to stay out of the end zone because the safety gives Boone Central the lead. Deep handoff is to Pospisil. He's hit at the goal line and falls forward to the 2. Oh, that was close. High drama in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium. The Class C1 state championship game, the third quarter has come to an end. Pierce leads Boone Central 7-6. Stick around, folks. An exciting fourth quarter is coming your way right after this on Nebraska Public Television.
Funding for this program is provided in part by Tobacco-Free Nebraska, a campaign created to educate Nebraskans about health risks associated with tobacco use.
Secondhand smoke is more than annoying. It seriously affects thousands of Nebraskans, smokers and non-smokers, with over 4,000 chemicals and cancer-causing toxins. Secondhand smoke is a first-rate killer.
This is your Nebraska ETV network.
Lincoln, this is the 2001 Class C1 State High School Championship game. The Boone Central Cardinals and the Pierce Blue Jays. And as we head to the fourth quarter of play, it's Pierce with the 1-0 lead on Boone Central. With Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney, I'm Bill Dolman. Great to have you with us on this beautiful afternoon for football in the capital city. Very precarious situation right now for Pierce. They have the football at their own 2-yard line, just in the shadows of the end zone. A safety here gives Boone Central the lead. It's 2nd down and 9 from the 2. Test the quarterback, gives it to the tailback. That's Misek, and he was hit in the end zone, but he falls forward and keeps it out of there. That'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Just about had him in the end zone. Travis Stevenson, the first man to make contact, number 4. Watch him right here. Playing that defensive end, and again, working off a block. Wow, that tremendous effort by Stevenson. He was blocked fully by Casey Krieger down there, but again, able to make that play. What a tremendous effort by that young man. Just about, again, Bill, about the difference on that play down there where it was spotted about 4 inches, and he had a safety.
It's a loss of a yard to the 1. 3rd down and 10 now for Pierce. Special teams have been disastrous for the Blue Jays. May in motion. Test the quarterback. Turns and gives it to Pospisil. Hit again at the goal line. Gets a few more yards as he follows his blockers out to the 3. That gives just a little bit of breathing room. Now they've got to kick the football away. And now again you've got to worry about the safety, because there's not a lot of distance between the snap of the football and where the punter is going to be standing. It has to be very precise. And the punter, Birch, Thad Birch, he's got to be careful of his footwork here.
Good snap. Great play that time by Whit Palmer. He took out the blocking on the play, and the rest of his buddies finished up the tackle.
Good punt this time from Birch. It bounces at the 38-yard line and goes out of bounds. Well, that's about as good as Mark Bramer could have hoped for in that situation.
Well, a good snap. Good kick to get some room out there, but again, good field position for Boone Central. Last time we talked about field position in Boone Central, they took the football down the field and scored. So let's see, Bill, if they can get it done again here. 10:27 left in the ball game. Tight ball game, reminiscent of that last game. 16-14 win by Pierce, and they simply outgained Boone by several hundred yards.
1st and 10. The ball is at the 37 officially. The 37 of Pierce. Thiemann is the quarterback. Throws on 1st down. Long pass is complete out to Andy Imus. He gets away from one man, gets away from another, keeps working, and gets inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line.
Just shredding tacklers right here. You saw that motion come towards the press box here. And a 2-step drop. Nice throw right on the money. Trying to get number 30 over there. That's Cole Hen out to help with the blocking. But Imus doesn't need much help right now as he runs into and out of about 3 intended tacklers right there and gets it upfield. Great job by Imus.
Nate Misek finally made the tackle, number 9. 1st and 10 from the 23. 10 minutes remaining in the game. This is Inman, the fullback. Head down, continues to work across the 20. down to the 18-yard line, a penalty flag in the Boone Central backfield. If that's against the Cardinals, that's the first time they've been whistled for an infraction today. And they're beginning to move.
The reaction from Inman, Bill, you would think it is, as we see a motion indication, and they'll move it back.
It'll bring up a 1st down and 15 at the 28-yard line. Too many guys in motion. They work out of that double wing T set, and I think both the wings were in motion at the time.
Must have been minuscule motion, because we have a pretty good view from right above here, especially at this point on the field. And there we go, 1st and 15.
From the Pierce 28. Blue Jays lead it by a point, 7-6. Crone is back in there at quarterback. Rolling to his left. He wants to throw, puts it out there. It's incomplete, intended for Andy Imus. I think Crone was just trying to get rid of the football. He had a lot of pressure put on by number 75, Nick Flesner.
Here it is again, Crone. Good play action fake, and now Flesner. He's a real reason this play doesn't go. You just see him coming right into your screen from the right side there, and then rolling. Crone, the quarterback, had a chance for the ball to be completed. It was about 7, 8 yards underthrown there, but again, that pressure by Flesner made the play.
9 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the game. Ben Thiemann has come back into the lineup for Arnie Johnson, and on the change of personnel, Boone Central will use one of its 3 remaining timeouts. And that does stop the clock. I'm not sure Arnie Johnson wanted that timeout to be used, but in the 4th quarter, in this situation, you got to use them if you have them, if you're a little bit confused on the play call.
It's getting down there. Again, it's anybody's ball game, as we said. Said that at halftime, in spite of the unbalance, or the imbalance, I should say, in the statistics in Pierce's favor. But, Bill, it's that time of the day with respect to the ball game where every little move is going to count right now. So Boone Central does burn a timeout here to make sure that they can get the right play in there.
9 minutes, 33 seconds remaining. Pierce leads Boone Central 7-6. Boone Central, the consolidation of Albion and Petersburg. First year of existence for that school. Pierce, one of the top teams in Class C, won over the last couple of decades. Won a state championship back in 1978. They played in the state championship game a couple of years ago and lost to Norfolk Catholic. Lost last year in the 1st round to Hastings St. Cecilia, who went on to win the state championship. Boone Central, coached by Arnie Johnson. In 23 years of coaching, this is his 1st trip to the state championship game. His team has it 2nd down and 15. Stacking the eye behind the quarterback, Thiemann. And Thiemann will throw on 2nd and 15. Over the middle, complete to the tight end, Flanagan. He's got it at the 21-yard line.
On the year, Flanagan caught 9 balls, and there's another very, very important catch there coming from that tight end spot on the right side. A quick crossing pattern about 5-6 yards deep. You see him cutting across right there, and then Thiemann delivers the pass right there. Good job by Flanagan. Goes up and then delivers the blow to 3 blue jerseys just waiting for him. 3rd down now, Bill, and a big play right there. Another big play right here. Probably the big play of the ball game thus far.
Well, you have to wonder if this is 2-down territory, or do you chance it with the field goal? They're kicking into the wind, and again, there's some confusion offensively for Boone Central, and they will use their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining with 8:51 remaining in the game. Let's check in downstairs with Larry Putney. Larry?
Thanks, guys. Down here on the sideline with a couple of former state champions. Dominic Hoffman on my left, Carl Martinson on my right. These guys were in the state championship game back in 1978 when Pierce played and won the state title. And today they're here watching their sons who are on the field playing for a state title. What's it like to have played in a state championship game and now seeing your son out there?
This is much more exhilarating and more fun to watch than being part of it. It's more fun to watch your own son being there.
Yeah, and you said it was neat to see him in this atmosphere as well.
Yeah, this is much better than when we played. It was snowing and icy and bared and nice weather, and it's beautiful fields now, and Much better.
Yeah, the weather does a lot for it, doesn't it? Helps it, yeah. Also, is Carl Martinson, his son is playing number 17. Now, you guys beat Baird back in '78. How are they doing today?
Well, they're playing pretty good. It looks like an awful defensive struggle here. I mean, it's a good ball game. I'd like to see a few more points for us, but it's a good game. It's a beautiful day to be out here, I'll tell you that.
Guys, former state champions back in '78, and their sons are trying to do the same thing today.
Thank you, Larry. That's a great story of the legacies and how much I'm sure that those two guys are legends back in Pierce because they were part of a state championship. You watch legends being born in games like this. 3rd down and 8 after the timeout. Thiemann will throw. The pass is complete. Complete to Joey Imus. It's enough for a first down for the Cardinals at the 11-yard line.
Slant in pattern, very, very difficult to stop, and Thiemann throws it expertly here. 2 steps back, finds that seam in the defense, and then delivers the football. And Imus, well, he tries to get more yardage out of that 16 catches on the year. He hasn't been in the end zone yet, but they're trying to get that taken care of right now.
1st and 10 from just outside the 10. See if the passing plays open up the run game a little bit. Here's Hahn taking the handoff straight up the middle. Picks up a couple of yards to the 8-yard line. Beg your pardon, to the 9. Just a gain of 1. Boone Central can pick up a first down, but they got to get it about the 4-inch line to do it.
Bills, in some respects, that's good to know, too, because, you know, you can try to, you obviously want to get in the end zone, but if you get it up close there, and maybe you just need a little bit more push, you know, you can maybe pick up that first down.
2nd down and 9 from the 9. Counter action, and there is nothing happening on that play. Big Travis Retzlaff, 285 pounds, wraps up the ball carrier, and it's a loss of 1 back to the 10-yard line.
Retzlaff just waiting for this counter play. Nobody able to block him on that particular play, and it just goes down. Goes down for a big loss, as a matter of fact. And that creates some serious concern right now on that Boone Central offense.
They've got Joey Imus split wide to the right side. Double wing set. Whit Palmer is the fullback. Thiemann wants to throw. And lofts it into the end zone and just out of reach of Joey Imus. And it falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down and 10. And now, here comes Josh Inman into the ball game. The linebacker extraordinaire for the Cardinals, the best defensive player they have. He missed a point after try in the 3rd quarter. If he makes it, we're tied. He missed it. Boone Central trails it by a point. Here he has a chance to put the Cardinals on top. It's going to be a 28-yard field goal into the wind. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. They're rocking and rolling in Boone County right now.
But Josh Inman known more for his tackling ability, Bill. But man, he just comes through big time here. Lots of time left in this football game. Here we see it again. And a little bit of a floater, kind of a roller going through there, but that's okay. Look at this. That's probably the greatest sight in the world right there as far as that young man and everybody connected with Boone Central is concerned.
You know, this is an interesting team to watch, this Boone Central Ball Club, because it is a consolidation. I mean, these guys, 2 different towns, Petersburg and Albion, and you know, guys that may have played against each other, may have, you know, kind of looked at each other twice before trusting each other, and now here they are playing for a state championship. And they lead Pierce 9-7. Be sure to join us tonight at 7:30 for the Class B championship game as the Seward Blue Jays take on the Crete Cardinals. We have complete coverage of all of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championship games right here on Nebraska ETV, Nebraska's home for sports. What a big game that's going to be. Seward and Crete. 9-7 is our score. Boone Central, who was dominated in the first half. And when you take a look at the statistics, they're still being dominated. But right now, the most important number, well, the numbers are on the scoreboard. It's 9-7, and it's a little squib kick and it's fielded at the 35-yard line. Now that's a curious call, because that's going to give Pierce excellent field position.
Well, but you look at the flags down there, and maybe Larry could help us a little bit about the wind on the field. I know when we were down there pregame, the wind was swirly and blowing pretty well, but again, they probably figured, well, let's keep it out of that wind and keep it low to the ground and see if we can kick it by somebody. But that did not happen, and again, the Pierce is going to have a good start here.
Larry, what's it like down there?
Well, guys, it is blow. It's just like Adrian said, it's swirling a lot. It really depends on where you're standing down here on the field. You know, since they put the skyboxes up there, this wind does some funny things down here.
1st and 10 from the 39. Quick pitch out to Pospisil, trying to get to the outside. A lot of white jerseys over there. Pospisil picks up a couple of yards before being turned away. 2nd down and long coming up.
Tough play, dangerous play at this stage of the game. When you're making such a long pitch, you see it right there. You better make sure that it works, because if that ball goes somewhere else other into Pospisil's hands, you got problems on your hands, because the defense is pursuing and the ball's rolling free over there in the flat, and it usually presents a golden scoring opportunity. So again, a gutsy play, tough play, just 2-yard pickup.
The ball at the 41. Travis Test, the quarterback, puts Pospisil in motion to the near side. And he wants to throw, and it is complete to the tight end, Brett Wolfslager, across the 35 to the 32-yard line.
Play action, good fake that time by Test, right into the line. Boone Central looking, the linebackers are held right there, and then it's just bingo right to the tight end Wolfslager on down the field. 6 receptions coming into the ball game for 173 yards and a couple of scores. He's a big guy, 6'3", 205, and you see a couple of white shirts needed to bring him down.
Down to the 33-yard line. Pierce on the move, sweeping it again with Pospisil, trying to get free off the right side, fights through a couple of tackles and gets to the 26-yard line. Boy, Pierce has some determination on this drive.
I tell you what, Bill, that last play, though, A.J. Flanagan, and he's just talking to himself right now. He's very upset with himself for not making that play. He had a shot to make that play and really stop that play for no gain, maybe even a loss, but not able to get it done. And it goes for about a 7-yard gain. But A.J. Flanagan over the linebacker spot, the defensive end spot.
2nd down and 3. The ball at the Boone Central 26-yard line. Counter action here, and this is number 22, Chad Price, on the carry. We've seen him on kickoffs earlier today. He hasn't carried the ball all that much.
395 yards on the year. You just see him come through with a lot of different bodies and blue shirts going different ways over there, and Boone Central trying to sort it all out, but not until he picks up that 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 21. The Blue Jays on the move. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Here's Pospisil to the left side. Lowers his shoulder and fights through to the 17-yard line.
And Bill Pierce just simply going with that power set. We've seen 3 or 4 plays in a row here now, lining up that power set, straight eye with the back to either side, and just saying, here we come, see if you can stop us, and they're moving it right down the field.
Pierce unbeaten at 12-0. Boone Central 11-1. The lone loss, a 16-14 setback for the guys across the line of scrimmage, the Pierce Blue Jays. Pospisil again. Nothing happening this time.
A great job again. How many times have we said this name? Travis Stevenson over there. He stacked the play up. Kind of got his back actually turned to it. Backed into the play. Backed into the ball carrier and got help from his linebacker friends and his tackle friends to the inside. Good job, number 4, one more time.
Scott Levander, number 69, was also in there. 4 minutes and counting down. 3rd down and 4. Well, is Pierce in field goal range? Do they have a kicker that can put it through the uprights from this distance? 3rd down and 4. Test wants to throw. Has some time, rolling out, fires, and it is incomplete in the end zone. Pospisil had it for a moment, and it squirted through his hands, incomplete. 4th down and 4.
Whit Palmer there, trying to see to it that it doesn't happen. As you see Test spreading out again. He's mobile, he's quick, and he delivers this pass, and almost there is Pospisil. Just about had it, Bill. It's been a great play.
4th and 4 from the 15, Larry Putney.
Guys, I just talked to the stat crew. I said, how's your field goal kicker? They said, great. He kicked a 46-yarder earlier this year.
Yeah, he's 4 for 7. We talked earlier, 46, 39, 37, and 32. Eric Lucian is lining it up right now.
It'll be a 32-yard kick, and Boone Central is going to use its final timeout. Why not? Try and ice the kicker. Lucian's going to have to think about it. The holder is Darren Luby, number 4. NETV sports coverage of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Tobacco-Free Nebraska for a great state of health.
Well, this wind is cutting across the field now, as Larry Putney told you a moment ago, swirling down on the field, and it certainly will affect what's going to happen here just in a few seconds as Eric Lucian tries to line it up and get it through. But we look out at the top of the stadium, the flags flying out pretty briskly. And I'm sure that wind, you can see the banners down there, Bill, in the north end also cutting across, and the flags at the top of the uprights. So it's going to be a tough job here for Lucian.
Take a look at the scene here at Memorial Stadium. Today's attendance, 5,417. And I'm telling you, both towns are here for this one. And so far, the attendance for the 2001 state championships, 21,980. That surpasses the record set back in 1998 when they had 7 classes, and there's one more game yet to be played. What a great tournament this has been. Here we go, 4th down and 4 from 32 yards out. Eric Lucian. His kick is on the way, and it is no good. It hit the upright. Can you believe it?
4 inches maybe separates Pierce from the state championship. We'll see. Good snap, good hold, good kick, but just a little bit off the mark, and it hits the upright and bounces out to the right. You can see the strength in that young man's leg when he kicked the football, Bill. No doubt that had everything it needed, and now it's up to Boone Central to see what they can do. A couple of first downs here, drag it out a little bit. They got themselves a championship.
Team of the quarterback, here's Cole Hen taking the carry, and he is stacked up.
Pierce has 3 timeouts left here. Boone Central, of course, out of timeouts, as Bill mentioned earlier, but Pierce has 3 timeouts as the clock continues to tick here.
And Adrian, I go back to that kick. He got a lot of height under that football. Is it possible that the wind, which is crossing, may have pushed that thing to the right?
I really don't think so, because that thing was really strong. It came off his leg very, very strongly, Bill. I don't know if the wind was a factor on that play.
3 minutes to play. 2nd down and 10. Long starting count. Cardinals working the clock. Another inside handoff. This is to Hen. And he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Again, no gain on the play. The clock continues to work its way downward. And now Pierce will use one of its 3 remaining timeouts. They stop the clock with 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the game.
And now the wind becomes a factor the other direction, because now you're going to see a punt if it comes up. You're going to see Boone Central, if they have to punt, into that wind, Bill. And I dare say that Pierce could probably get the football somewhere around the 40-45-yard line just on a normal kick here. But we'll see what happens here. This is why you play this thing. This is why you do this. This is why we're here to call it. It's exciting. It's great. It's high school championship football.
Would you have scripted this after watching the first few series of this ball game?
No way. No way. I thought Pierce would maybe come out in the second half and just put it away, but it didn't happen. Larry?
Well, guys, here's an interesting thought. You know, they're playing with college field goals. High school field goals width is actually about 3 feet wider on each side, about 6 feet wider. That probably would have been good at a high school field goal.
Oh, Larry. Larry.
Yeah, you're talking a foot and a half on either side, so it probably would have been good.
Well, young man, you may get a chance again. How about that? He'll have the wind behind him if Pierce can get him in position. Here it is, 3rd down and 10. And the pitch is to Hahn. He has nowhere to go. In fact, he's going to be brought all the way back to the 11-yard line.
Jason Wachter making just a terrific play for his Blue Jay squad right here, number 62. Watch this. Trying to get it up inside, and that is such a great play by that young man, because here's a big tackle trying to take on a running back. and just playing it straight up and making a solid hit. And then taking him to the turf. And here comes that punt we talked about, Bill.
A.J. Flanagan standing in his own end zone. Misek is back there along with Luby. And now Misek comes up. He'll stand at the 25. Darren Luby at the 40. Snap is good. And the kick is end over end into the wind. And it is going to bounce at the 36-yard line and take a Pierce bounce back to the 34. 1 minute, 54 seconds remaining in the game. That last call by Boone Central to try and get to the outside loses a ton of yardage. If you just keep it up the middle and keep it at the line of scrimmage, you have an opportunity to at least own the field position a little bit better. We're going to take a timeout and come back with what should be a fantastic finish right after this on Nebraska Public Television.
Hey, get your wife and come on over here.
No, it's all right.
Come on. You've lived here for 8 months and nobody even knows you.
I'm a little busy.
I mean, what? Are you in the witness protection program or something?
You never know when life will surprise you, but starting in October, it'll be Fridays at 9. Life 360, only on PBS.
What's with him?
I don't know. I just made a joke about the witness protection program.
With Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney, I'm Bill Dolman. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. This is the Class C1 state championship game, and it has been terrific. 1 minute, 54 seconds remain in the game. Pierce trails Boone Central 9-7. Pierce has the football, 1st and 10 at the Cardinal 34-yard line. Travis Test on a bootleg. He is going to be stopped, and he's unable to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Great job, Bill. Cole Hen, one of the team leaders, he comes up in run support. He had that play diagnosed immediately, and you can see him coming from way on the other side. That's great ball handling right there, though. Great fake, but watch Cole Hen. Bingo. Great open field tackle.
And keeping him in bounds, the clock now working down a minute 25, minute 24. Travis Test 2 for 5 through the air today. On the ground with Pospisil. A lot of room to run on the near side. He cuts upfield. He's cut down at the 27-yard line. Shy of the first down. The clock will continue to work unless they want to use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they do. Bramer stops the clock with a minute 5 seconds remaining in the game. If you'd like to purchase a VHS copy of this game, and I just might, or any state high school football championship game, it's very easy. Just call 800-228-4630 Monday through Friday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Central Time, and you'll be able to enjoy the 2001 football championships for years to come. That number again, 800-228-4630.
You got to have this one in your library, I believe. This one starts ringing up here real tight here with 105. It's been a banger all the way through, and Pierce has dominated the statistics, but again, we all know how many games of just to play in where the stats were on our side, Bill, that didn't come up our way. But man, this is a terrific ball game here, and Pierce is about ready to see what they can do with 105 left in the ball game.
3rd down and 4 for the Blue Jays. You saw Eric Lucian a moment ago warming up on the sidelines. He has a terrific leg. Does he have the distance? Right now it'd be a 45-yard shot. 3rd and 4 from the 28. A minute 5 remaining in the game. Boone Central 9, Pierce 7. Test wants to throw. Lobbing it up there, and it's incomplete. He's lucky the wind got behind that football to push it out of bounds, because the only guy in the area was Cole Hen of Boone Central.
Chris Martinson making his way in that direction, but just, well, the ball thrown here, and there's pressure coming. That's 54. That's Scott Reinhardt on the pressure. But again, Martinson over in that area, but the ball at least 7, 8, maybe 10 yards away from Martinson. And here comes Lucian again, Bill.
Lucian is out there. Luby the holder. They'll spot it at the 40, or rather the 36-yard line. It'll be a 46-yard attempt for the state championship. Good snap, good hold. The kick is pushed to the left. No good. And a penalty flag flies in. There's a penalty flag on the play. If this is against Boone Central, the drive is alive.
I think it's Tim Higgins. We'll see here in a minute. Looks like it's going to be roughing the kicker. Here it is again. And, yeah, exactly.
If it's running into the kicker, it's a 5-yard penalty, but it was 4th down and 4. And that will give Pierce a first down. If it was a personal foul roughing, it's an automatic first down and 15 yards, but running into the kicker is a 5-yard mark off, but that's enough to get the first down and keep this drive going.
He was out there. He simply tried to make the block, and he rolled. He rolled into the kicker, and again, just not a personal foul infraction, but the 5-yard variety, and Pierce, new life.
55 seconds remaining. Test wants to throw. He's looking for his tight end, and it's off his fingertips, incomplete. Intended for Brett Wolfslager.
Cole Hen on the coverage again. He's got 4.7 speed. See that play action fake, but Cole Hen again is back there, and of course he's about a step and a half behind the play, and you see the ball just going over the outstretched arms of Brett Wolfslager. Almost had that play, but Cole Hen again at great speed. There he is, number 30.
How many more attempts is Eric Lucian going to get? If you're Pierce, you've got to hold on to the football and at least assure yourselves of a field goal try. The Blue Jays have 1 timeout remaining. And Tess wants to throw. Lobs it up there. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Cole Hen. Boone Central football with 44 seconds to go. You want to hold on to the football and assure yourself of a field goal try. But instead, they go to the air once too often, and Hen, who's been around the ball all day long, pulls it in.
Passing has not been the strong suit for the Pierce Blue Jays this year. But that ball overthrown, but thrown right into the arms of Cole Hen, his 2nd interception on the year. And the ball indeed is going to be spotted at the 1-yard line now. So we have more drama continuing to build here. We can have a lot of things happen with a snap, with a tackle in the end zone for a safety. All kinds of things available here. This is a tough spot, a very tough spot. Wishbone.
If I'm Boone Central, that's all I do is give the ball to my quarterback and let him sneak it forward. There's only 1 timeout remaining for Pierce, which I'm sure they're going to use here, which they are. That'll stop the clock with 33 seconds to go in the ball game. But after this, 1 more snap, this ball game's over.
Yeah, the most important guy on the field right now, if I can get a quick look here to make sure. The center normally has been number 69, Scott Levander. And right now, he's the most important guy on the field. He and the quarterback.
But once again, be sure to join us tonight at 7:30 for the Class B state championship game as the Seward Blue Jays take on the Creek Cardinals. We have complete coverage of all of the 2001 Nebraska State High School Football Championship games right here on Nebraska ETV, Nebraska's home for sports.
Bill, I just had the glasses on Arnie Johnson down there, Cardinals, and he's talking with his hands, and you see him talking with his hands saying, let's stay together. Keep it together. Don't let them in. Stay tight in the formation. Get a good snap. Get a good exchange. And fellas, we got this one if we could just hang on to the football. Ball security paramount for Boone Central.
Pierce got on the board first. A 52-yard touchdown run by Damian Hoffman in the 2nd quarter. Roger Tisthammer went in from 3 yards out on a 4th down play in the 3rd quarter. And then Josh Inman, with a 28-yard field goal with 7 minutes remaining in the game, gave Boone Central the 9-7 lead. That's where we're at right now with 33 seconds remaining. The snap to the quarterback. It's handled by Thiemann. He falls forward on the quarterback sneak. Pierce cannot stop the clock. They're out of timeouts. They'll spot the football. They don't have to run another play. Boone Central, in its first year of existence, is going to win the Class C1 state championship.
Bill, we talked about Cinderella stories on Thursday, and this is another Cinderella story right here. My word. 3-2, and it's done.
The 2001 state champion in Class C1, the Cardinals of Boone Central High School. They hand Pierce High the Blue Jays' first loss of the year. They avenged an earlier loss to the Blue Jays. 16-14 was the score in that one. A 2-point game that went the other way, but it was Boone Central who won it when it counted most. A 2-point win in the state championship.
Well, Bill, you have to give them a great deal of credit. They came out in the 2nd half, and they needed to establish that offense. They did. They started getting to the edge a little more, threw the ball a little bit, and really opened up the offense, and that's what got them back in a football game.
Wow. What a finish to this one, and congratulations to Boone Central on winning the state championship. 9-7 the final score. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back and have some final thoughts and hopefully a chat with the state championship coach right after this on Nebraska ETV.
It's the value of responsive customer service to make health.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln with Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney. I'm Bill Dolman. Wow, what a ball game we have seen this afternoon. The Pierce Blue Jays, who dominated the first half of this football game, looked as though they were going to steamroll toward a state championship, but they got to play a second half. And in the second half, Boone Central made the adjustments. They were poised when they got behind, and they just waited for their opportunities, and they made the most of them. And as a result, the Cardinals are state champions.
And two things, Bill. The defense sparked up after that touchdown drive that they had, and then Cole Hinn creates the drama with the only turnover in the game here today. He intercepts the pass to seal the victory for Boone Central.
Arnie Johnson, his 23rd year as a head coach, and he finally wins a state championship. Now let's go to Dwight Weininger for the introductions and the presentation of the runner-up medals to Pierce High School.
The Nebraska School Activities Association